Hey guys, RPM here. Hope you're doing well. Having a really great day this video. Okay, I just got back my broken Flueminer L1 5.3 gigahash model, which I think it might be 5.6 because I did do a fan upgrade on this. Not sure if it was taken out or not, but yeah, I sent this out for repair to a company called Bitcruiser.com. They are located in Texas in the USA, and apparently they're able to fix a lot of different other brands out there like AlphaPax, Ice River, and now apparently Flueminer. So I sent it out to them thanks to ASLminer.com, who referred me to ship this out to them free of charge to fix this broken Flueminer that I've had. You guys know I got this I think like a couple months back, and it was mining for a couple weeks just fine, but then it died. I tried a bunch of different troubleshooting steps, and you know, I was also sent a new control board to swap out, and it didn't work. New fans didn't work, different firmware didn't work, and yeah, I couldn't get it to work. So the last resort was to ship this Flueminer out to Bitcruiser.com, okay, out in Texas. So that, I mean, I don't know if it works now, so let's plug it in, okay? Let's do it. All right, let's see here if my Flueminer is now okay. So I'm gonna plug in the C19 cable here, and it's probably gonna turn on right away because there is no power button on the back. Yeah, it's already turning on. Fans are on. Okay, the Flueminer logo's coming on. That's a good sign. Airflow, okay. You know what? I'm gonna plug in my Ethernet cable because they probably already did do a reset on this. Okay, so Ethernet's in. Okay, let's see if this mines. All right, so if this gets like 5.6 gigahash, I think right now, as of recording, this basically Dogecoin miner, because Dogecoin is the most profitable coin on script miners right now. I think this is making like $7 or $8 a day after my 8 cents, 7 cents electric. So this thing is doing pretty good. Okay, so let me log into it. Ah, yeah, it's mining to their own different pool, but not the one I specified before I sent this out. Let me go on the computer. Let me just make sure this thing works. So I'll be right back right after a word from today's video sponsor, TerraHosting.io. Terra Hosting is a ASIC miner hosting company. If you are looking to get your Bitcoin miners or script miners hosted, go check them out, terrahosting.io. You can inquire through a form, which I have a special link down in the video description if you guys would like to inquire about getting your ASICs hosted. They have a couple hundred slots available and also more coming up in the next month or so at their new ASIC mining hosting facility. So check them out. They got 99% uptime as well as a very competitive rate with no hidden costs, no electricity up front, nothing to catch you off guard. So go inquire if you are interested in hosting your ASIC miners with terrahosting.io. Okay, it's mining at 1353 watts. All right, this Flueminer is now finally mining successfully for me. Oh man, it's been definitely a trip with this thing. I've only heard only one other person that had their issues with a Flueminer. Let me know down below if you guys have had issues with your Flueminer. I know there's been a few decent amount of people who bought one of these. So if you do have one, let me know if you've had issues or if you've had to send it out for, you know, for repair or anything like that. Let me know down below. But yes, it's mining successfully to my VIA BTC account right now. And yeah, so alright guys, so what I want to do now for the rest of this video is just look at the current price of this model and also just look at script mining as a whole right now. I know the market has been going up here, so let's just see how generally everything is doing. Alright, I'll see you in the computer. Okay, so I wanted to talk about the Flueminer models that are currently out right now, as well as just comparing it to all of the other script ASICs that are out there, comparing it to the efficiency and also the dollar per megahash. So we'll go through that throughout this video, rest of this video here. I want to talk about the profitability of all the script miners. We're going to talk about the price of Dogecoin currently, go through that, also the Litecoin network hash rate, and also Doge network hash rate as well. Should be fairly the same unless there are some people directly mining just Dogecoin. You can do that. Some mining pools do that, but most mining pools are merge mining with Litecoin. I mean, that makes sense. So you're getting Litecoin and all the other merge mineable coins like Doge and a bunch of other ones as well. So currently, all right, let's begin. The crypto market, as of recording, you guys are going to see this video the next day. Right now, Bitcoin is 117,922. So it was about 120 a couple days ago, and but otherwise we're just going around this range. So Dogecoin has had a bit of price appreciation over the past week. Okay, so we're at 23 cents per Doge, and yeah, that was about maybe a couple. Yeah, the past couple of weeks here we've had on the up and up. So since Doge was about 15 cents back in June 22nd, and now we're at 23 cents. So nice that we've had a little bit of an altcoin jump here, and that then translates well to the script miners. Okay, so let's look at the current profitability. Let's just look at the, the infamous L9. Okay, the Antminer L9 at 10 cent kilowatt hour, making about $17 a day right now. As we go down, you can see AlphaPex models are making about 15, 16 bucks a day as well. But as we go down to the Antminer L7, this is about a 4-year-old, 5-year-old miner, ASIC miner now, is making about $6 a day. But then here we are. We got the Flueminer L1 Pro and also the Flueminer L1, which is the one I just got back. So the Flueminer L1 Pro makes about $5.68 a day currently. And then the Flueminer L1 5.6 gigahash is making about $5.32 a day. Now, you may be seeing this, that the Antminer L7 versus the Flueminer L1 Pro, this is just an example. You can see that the efficiency of the Flueminer L1s are pretty much almost about a good two times more than the L7. All right, so that's why the Flueminer is pretty much comparable in profitability. All right, and this is at 10 cents. So if we went down, if we went 8 cents per kilowatt hour, you will see that the Flueminer will start gaining a bit more profit because of the efficiency that this can achieve versus the 4 or 5-year-old L7. All right, just to compare. Okay, if we had 15 cent per kilowatt hour, let's say maybe that's general residential electric at North America. You can see now the L1 Pro, the L1 is actually making more profit now than the L7 because efficiency wise, it's worse on the L7 because it's an older model. And so the efficient L1 or L1 Pro, you can see here, is making double the profit than at 15 cents per kilowatt hour. So I just want to show that example here. So where can you get, if anyone's interested in one of these, Flueminers, and I'm not saying to go out and buy them, but the Flueminer L1, this is where I got mine from aslminer.com. Now they have the L1 Pro, 6 gigahash model, 1400 watts. Then the Flueminer L1, 5.3 gigahash, 1200 watts. And then the Flueminer L2, 1.2 gigahash at 280 watts. Now I'm interested in this one because apparently you can play music, like you can connect your phone to it, that might be cool for some people. And it also mines Doge at the same time for about $750. Then the Flueminer one is about $2,600. And then the 6 gigahash Flueminer L1 Pro is about $3,050. So looking at my efficiency sheet here, all right, and link down below if you want to access this, and also all my trusted links to all my resellers and coupon codes are there if you're interested. But just looking at the Flueminer L1 Pro, this is the best home miner in terms of efficiency. Okay, the efficiency for the L1 and the L1 Pro, it's pretty good. If you were to compare it to maybe like the Volkminer D1 Mini, it's pretty much on par with the D1 Mini. Then the rest of them are all, big boy ASIC miners. L9, DG2, DG2 Plus, I think that was announced, and the Volkminer D1 low power mode. Pretty efficient, but that's a big boy one. So these Flueminers, yeah, they're pretty good. They're quiet, and this is really only tended towards people that are on a much smaller scale and want to do this at home. It's got Wi-Fi. You can put it anywhere in your house. And also the utility of it is get a little bit of heat out of it. All right, so that's how I can see some people buy this model. But if you're a larger scale miner, you're probably going to go for L9s, AlphaPex, DG1 pluses, DG1s. That's going to give you a lot more hash rate. But for the Flueminer L1, L1 Pro, getting 6 gigahash out of these things, that's not bad, right? And the current profitability of these things, depending on your electric, of course, it's pretty good. It's not bad. Okay, it's pretty good. Now, if you have solar, yeah, you can run this thing on solar as well. Power consumption is over 12, 13, 1400 watts still, so takes a bit of power depending on your your situation and stuff. But Now, how's the dollar per mega hash? So we saw the prices of these Flueminer L1, L1 Pro, $3,050 or $2,600 for the Flueminer 5.3 gigahash. So you can see here that it's a 0.46 in dollar per mega hash. So looking at comparing it to other models out there, yeah, it would be the best. It would be the best home miner in terms of dollar per hash. But now as we look at the bigger boy ones, as we go up here, you guys can see L7s, DG1, DG1 Plus, DG1 Hydro, DG Max, DG1 Lite. These are all big boy miners. But if you look at one thing though, comparing the Flueminer, on the top of this list, look what's the most efficient miner out of all these. It's the Flueminer, okay? These other models above are a lot bigger boy, you know, for larger scale miners, also needing a lot more power infrastructure, as you guys can see by the wattage. But the efficiency here is the key. So for someone that's running this at home and you got pretty, you know, decent electric, even, you know, like we saw at 15 cents, this thing was still profitable at 15 cents electric. So it's going to bode well against those that have much higher electricity. And it's also going to go into, you know, the whole question of, you know, as Doge's price could keep going higher or go lower, right? If, you know, comes the next bear market, there's definitely going to be a lot of other people out there that are going to be turning off their miners because depending on their electricity price and also depending on which miners that they have, maybe someone has a bunch of L7s, you know, that's the last generation and, you know, 5 years old, 4 years old now, and, you know, a bunch of gold shell, you know, ASIC miners for Dogecoin mining. They're going to be ones to turn off first, all right, because of their efficiency. The efficiency that they can achieve on these is a lot less than the Flueminer, okay, which is 0.23, which is the newer gen script miners, okay, just to compare there. So that's not bad. ASLminer.com, from what I've seen, has the best prices. If you guys are interested, use code RPM, another 30 bucks off, but also shipping is included depending on where you live as well. So links down below if you're interested in the Flueminer L1. Yeah, this is it's an interesting miner. But like I said, depending on your situation, if you're someone who has 240 volt power infrastructure and, you know, you got the whole exhaust fan, you know, metal shelves, you're doing the whole hot and cold aisle thing, you're probably most likely going to want to go the bigger boy ones. And so like an L9 or, you know, AlphaFX DG2, I think that's coming out. You know, all these models here are a bit higher in dollar per mega hash. But, you know, the efficiency of these things are also, you know, a tad bit better because on a bigger scale. But maybe you're someone with a, you know, much lower electrical cost and it's a bit more lucrative on these other models, older, a little bit less efficient models. But of course, in my opinion, I would only buy these lesser efficient models if you have cheap electric, let's say under 6, 5, you know, under 8 cents at least, so that you could weather the storm, you know, against, you know, if the Dogecoin's price, you know, starts to go down, bear market. I'm not saying that's going to happen sooner or later. Seems like we're going to be on the up and up here. But anyways, guys, that's it for this video. Let me know your guys' thoughts regarding the Flueminer L1 and if you guys have one. And yeah, let me know if you have had any issues with the Flueminer. But otherwise, I'll see you guys in the next video. Stay tuned for the Flueminer L2 video. Probably going to have that very soon. Have a good one. Peace out. Peace out.